Day one of the Arise Ghana demonstration on Tuesday, June 28, turned into a riot with police officers and protesters clashing over a disagreement over the route to take for the protest. Injuries and arrests were recorded. On day two, the demonstrators, including leading members of the biggest opposition party, the National Democratic Congress, gathered at Elwak Sports Stadium to start the planned protest.
Missy Sisiano, Akufado, one Tiampo, one Tumunto, and Messiafu Tumunto or part and Messiafu, so one go by Monsignor, Ghana Messiafu, or Yakufado dying.
I'm telling them in Ghana, into chimpanzee, and a lion. I'm not to lie on my party, but I'm not coming to the Yahoo. I'm not to lie on Amano. And Tomuton Tom, and running a rubber cream. All the snakes, the lizard, they are confirmed. All the running a rubber and Tontum rubber cream. About demonstrating for all them war in West Africa. I'm not chimpanzee, all them were crocodile in a rubber cream.
A fruitful meeting. What we are saying is that we are demonstrating against the high inflation rates. We are demonstrating against corruption. We are demonstrating against insecurity. We are demonstrating against the blatant thievery that is currently going on in our country.
A couple of our colleagues are currently with the police. About 21 of them are with the police.
Those who are arrested?
Those who were arrested for what? What crime? Then apart from that, we also have a couple of our colleagues that are injured. So how can I be happy? If they had allowed us to do what we had to do yesterday, I'm sure we would not all be where we are. And so you notice that we are peace-loving people. Because this is an arranged program, there's no problem. But when you have arrangement with us and further change that arrangement, is what, police seriously acted in bad faith.
Ghana's education, 3 years after introducing a new curriculum, new syllables, they have not been able to provide textbooks. Yet the president is throwing lavish parties and traveling in expensive private jets at our expense. Speak up, we are calling on you. We are calling on the TUC to speak up, the labor unions to speak up. They are our servants. They are not our laws. Ghana is not a monarch. It is a constitutional democracy. And accountability is what we would demand from our duty bearers.
From the stadium, the protesters marched to the Finance Ministry, where their leadership presented a petition to the Deputy Minister of Finance, John Kuma, and Abena Osei Asari to address pressing socio-economic woes.
Government will continue to support you to make sure that consistently we live in peace and we guard jealously the peace that we have. I'd also like to thank you for giving us a copy of the petition that is supposed to go to the Speaker of Parliament. I'm happy to announce to you that government has already started meeting relevant stakeholders to see how best we can address this economic situation that has arisen as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian-Ukraine war.
They marched to Parliament to present yet another petition to the leadership of Parliament.
It's a truism that cost of living is high, cost of doing business is high, unemployment is growing in our country. We've taken note of you wanting Parliament to exercise some mandate in reviewing the petroleum-related taxes. I know, for instance, the United States, through President Biden, have momentarily suspended petroleum-related taxes. We would consider it within the general context of the challenges of the Ghanaian economy. What's important is for us to preserve the peace of the country, the stability of the country, our democracy, even as we protest, which is legitimately guaranteed for every Ghanaian to manifest such protest when you are not happy.
Ghana saw growth slow to 3.3% year-on-year in the first quarter of 2022, and inflation hit a record of 27.6% in May. Frustration has grown in recent months as Ghanaians bear the brunt of rampant inflation amid government efforts to redress the economy, reappreciate the local currency, and avoid a debt crisis. The tax on electronic payment approved in April and presented as a solution to Ghana's financial woes was particularly ill received, with critics saying it unfairly affects low-income people and small business owners.